Okay, so we're gonna go chronologically, correct? Do you want to like go A, B, C, D, E, F?
Yeah, kind of, because like some things can be lower grade, but that doesn't mean they're bad, you know?
Hooray!
E. Sometimes I do G.
I haven't
G
gone that
tier.
far.
One quick note to avoid any confusion. This is my channel. My friends will be represented by Professor Finbar today. I'm gonna have other animations instead of Professor Finbar. I want to reserve Professor Finbar for when I'm gaming and I just want to show the game on screen, but anyway, without any further ado. Okay, let's start. All Call of Duty maps 2022, and the screen shows World at War. Oh, and this one's in chronological order.
And they're an SABCD div
Alright, knocked.
pretty high just because of the history behind it being the first.
Yeah, and
I don't think
honestly,
we're
like,
it
it
was
so scary.
The map.
This was like the map if you got World at War, and when was World at War released?
2008.
Did you guys know that off the top of your heads?
Yes.
That's crazy. No dogs, no pack, no perks. It was just pure bloodshed. It was literally like a side mission. Like, they weren't even serious about it.
The OG cutscene of you getting like shot down.
Dude, that was so freaky. Dude, I remember that I think we should, I think S.
No way it should be an S. You guys are just evaluating the map
I
off of
feel like
nostalgia
the-
and not how
Yeah.
it plays.
Well, honestly,
You're
You guys
right,
have literally
you're
zero
fucking-
idea how to
You're
play
right.
the map.
just like
It's how the
general
map is,
opinion.
not how you think about it. Think about it. It's a generic 2-floor thing with a single box and no pack. It should be at C minimum.
That's a good question. Like, does nostalgia add
So you rather do
No, it doesn't.
gameplay
It doesn't.
over,
No, it doesn't.
nostalgia, or just like how
Yes,
much fun
because
you
if
have
the
playing
map plays
the
like
game.
shit, it plays like shit. It doesn't matter how you think about it.
Yeah. You can analyze Nocturne Totem as like a shitty map. Like there's only all you can do is camp. There's no other train. Like there's just like a few areas.
Yeah, I
but on
get
the other
that.
end, you can analyze it
But
as
then,
like
can it include some nostalgia value? Because like I'd do it at a B.
If it's
I'd
not
be
the
okay
sole
with that.
reason you're saying it,
Okay, then I would say B then.
I'm saying C.
see.
Right in the middle.
Okay, you're the tiebreaker. I'm fine with whatever.
I don't know. I see. All right, I'm gonna have to go B. But this one's definitely gonna have to be potentially moved up.
Varuk. Is that the
It's
Insane
the Insane
Asylum?
Asylum.
I remember that one being pretty hard.
It was a very hard map. There's like, it's just like a box.
Perks are in the map, I will say, so it definitely adds an element to it.
Yeah, this was
The first map that
perks.
included perks.
How
Wasn't
the
thinking.
did you pull up to the party and forget the perks?
I've had bad experiences on this map, but it was okay.
Hang on, I might need to go stab someone.
TikTok don't ban them.
TikTok, do not
ban me for
that.
I'm
TikTok,
gonna
turn off.
say probably C or B. for
Intruder
it.
with the shooter. Honestly, like if we're basing it off the map and no nostalgia, I'd put this map at a D.
Okay, I could see that. Extremely difficult, hard to maneuver.
See, you guys are gonna have to help me out, like on all like I've never played any of these maps. All right, Shinonuma.
When this name comes to mind, it feels like I'd rather play any other map.
I thought
would-
Shinonuma was pretty good. I was slapping on Shinonuma. I did get into it a little, but like it was definitely a hard map. And once like basically all you could really do is like again like just kind of run around. But that it kind of made it like good though because of how hard it was. You say B, Will?
Yeah, I mean, you have Wonderwaff, you have the introduction of traps.
Dude, the Wonderwaff and traps. Yeah, it's kind of like the same with Knockdown Totem. It's like, you know, it's like just the start. Now, here's the thing. This is my favorite map.
I'll give that an A any day.
This is like the map I'd get on to have fun, just like chill out, you know.
Can we get some bad bitches in here?
Nah, we can't have any women in here. I'm gay. Alright.
I feel Kino should be S. That's like undisputable.
Why is it undisputable?
It's definitely a great map. And for me, it's
First
honestly you can train
map
the
that
entire
comes to
map.
mind when you think of Black Ops Zombies. What's the first map?
Assumption.
Alright, fuck you. What do you think about Kino?
I think it's a good map. However, I don't think it's S.
What would you consider S then? What is wrong with Kino that, or like, yeah, what are the flaws in Kino that doesn't make it an S?
It's too cyclical, I feel. You kind of are only restricted to the stage if you want to do legitimate training. The weapon selection is okay in terms of wall weapons, it's not blowing me away by any means. And the traps are only mid as fuck. The only real good one's the electrical trap between stage and spawn.
What I was gonna say is that like my brother and his friends and my cousins would always run that big cyclical one as like a huge train because they would always spawn behind you if you kept running. But that was just my favorite thing to do when we would play zombies because we always did
Right, because
queue.
you're viewing it through your nostalgia lenses.
Fair enough.
But the thing is that in this case, I think the map actually is quality. I mean, the whole Pack-a-Punch, yes, it's easy. You can train the zombies in a circle around, you know, like the power and around the entire map, throwing grenades down from the Pack-a-Punch. I think it's very simplistic. I mean, obviously we're gonna get to like shit over here, and it's gonna be a
Like
bit
all I'm saying is like if you give
crazy,
Kino an S, you have to think like if that is the bar for S, a lot of maps make it. You have to set like a legitimate bar at where you want your S's to be.
So where are we
I'm
putting it?
okay with it not being an S.
I think A is
I think
an
A, yeah.
appropriate level for it. It's
Because it's
good.
with Derize. Because it's with Derize.
We could always change
Yes,
it later.
they
if
are
need be.
comparable.
Babe, are you
Next.
okay with this? Okay. Post says she's okay with this. 5.
Who's that?
Oh, 5 is difficult. I would probably put it at E because
E?
I mean, did you like 5? I never. Yeah, or like C. Maybe, I mean, probably E. Like or maybe with Verruct. Like it was so hard. Did you ever get into this one?
I played it a couple times, but then I guess everyone around me hated it so much that we would just.
I mean, it
like,
has the worst
Obviously,
wonder weapon
D
in the
for that.
entire series. Pentagon Thief.
Didn't you get something special if you killed the Pentagon Thief?
Yeah, you got a bonfire sale. If he didn't take your weapons. So if your weapons got taken, you're fucked.
Yeah, and there was a dude that took your well like that. That's so crappy.
Yeah, no,
How do you
shut up.
defeat? How do you defeat him?
Could he take both
Bullets.
of your weapons?
He could take any fucking gun he wants.
I just remember he took my gun away, and then I had another one, and then I just went down because I was panicking. Probably D, yeah. D'd be okay.
I could see this honestly when we put more stuff in here. I can see this one going. I can see this one going down. I can see this one going up. Honestly, I think you're right. I've had also like the same experience. It's like it's hard, but like it's also fun and yeah. All right, is this the first one we put an S on nostalgia? Cause come on, guys, the Dead Ops
Hang on.
arcade.
Are we
The
even
Dead
done
Ops
with
arcade.
this?
Not
Is
only
even
that,
a
but
map?
finding it. How to find it with the terminal and everything.
Is that a map? Well, that was yeah. It was an Easter egg too. Fuck. I
That's
would
very
say
true.
B is fine.
B.
It wasn't really a map. It was just an Easter egg that became a map.
Should we consider not counting it?
We could, but I don't think it really matters if we count it or not. I'm fine with just leaving it at a B for now.
All right, Ascension.
As much as I love the map, I gotta give it a B. High B, low A.
This was
The
fun.
Easter egg was kind of meh.
Yeah. It was the first Easter egg, however. Like, first legitimate Easter egg.
Yeah.
Would that be considered a nostalgia factor then?
What, saying that it has a legitimate Easter egg? What?
Like the first legitimate. Would it having the first Easter egg be considered a nostalgia factor? Or just that being a fact of the map make it better?
Can you explain what you...
I don't know how I could better describe it. Why does that upset you?
because
I'm
you
like
can't
really
fucking
upset. I'm really
focus.
upset, Keith.
Why?
Honestly,
Well, you're trying to provide reasoning. It just sounds dumb as fuck.
you're trying to China.
Then
You're,
take
are
my
you China?
opinion. What are you talking about? Okay, when I think about it, it being the map with the first Easter egg, and it was the first time I've completed an Easter egg, does that give it a nostalgia factor?
No, you don't have to because you could complete it. Was it a good Easter egg? When looking back at it, were the steps legitimate? Did you need to get a bullshit
Well,
weapon?
I feel
Did you
that-
have to do some bullshit requirement? Like, think about it. You're not thinking.
I
Like-
don't remember the Easter egg. I only remember the ending where
How
you
many
had
Keith
to
L?
where you had to like put a lot of damage into that glowing orb in the junkyard that was on the ground, and then would
So
like
do you
float up
think
into
that
the
that
sky.
was a good Easter egg step, or do you not?
Looking back on it, no.
Okay, then that negatively affects its rating.
Then B?
I would
Yeah,
say B or A.
I would say B. But
Like, just think about the map. Like, I'm not asking a lot from you, Keith.
I feel like I'm gonna think
Like,
about it for too long. And
dead
I'm not
ass.
gonna get my
Dead
answers.
ass, Keith.
My bad. I'll try better.
Yeah,
I
not
don't
expecting
want
much.
donuts,
Yo mama.
Are you sure you don't want to hear the Texas speech? It's so funny. Alright, fine, it's fine. Anyway,
Next map.
Or Call of the Dead, yeah. This is one of the prison?
No, this is what
No,
the
that's
director.
Mob of the Dead.
This
Cast.
director zombie gave me nightmares as a kid.
Dude, yeah.
Like, I don't think I slept for several days after I watched my brother play this.
I played this, but like I didn't do the big Easter egg. I remember my brother doing this Easter egg and it taking him like hours.
It had a
I
good
don't think
Easter
I've
egg, but
even
the Wonder
pack-a-punched
Weapon
on
sight.
this. I like the cutscene though in the beginning.
It was nice.
Yeah, that was a fire cutscene.
I hate that the water puts you in an
Oh
iceberg.
my
instead of-
god. Honestly, I put this right up with Ascension.
I'm okay with that.
Shangri-La? I don't know. I didn't really fuck with
Fire
Shangri-La.
Easter egg.
Did you? I did, but like I never got into it. I
Couldn't
just
you only
remember that-
pack a punch if there were 4 people in the game, or was that just
That was the
for
Easter egg.
Okay. Easter egg was fun though.
Easter egg was unique.
Didn't really like all the traps and stuff. The minecart ride was fun. Napalm Zombies was okay.
It was too close quarters.
Yeah, you couldn't really train on this map. I would say probably B.
Was it good? Like I never got into it. I'll put it at B. I could trust you. Moon,
I don't know
bro.
if
Moon
Will
was
has any
fucking
more
lit.
inputs.
Moon was kind of
I
hard
can
though.
give Moon an A.
Moon was
Do
fucking.
you
difficult.
remember what was the enemy astronaut that always chased you and like teleported you or whatever? in
Yeah,
Black
it had
Ops?
the name of your friends on your friends
Yeah.
list, so it would confuse the fuck out of you.
I always
Easter egg?
loved that.
The Easter egg on it
Jumpscare
was
me, like,
really cool, but it was a lot of bullshit with it. The actual map itself plays very nice. Like the terrarium's really cool. Training
terrarium's
outside
fun.
by Mule Kick was really nice. You can train at the MPD. You can honestly train at spawn too if you want to.
Wait, I'm sorry. We're
starting
talking about
with
transit
challenge,
now,
like,
right?
On Earth.
No,
we're talking
we're
about
on
Moon.
still.
Oh fuck. Where the fuck did Moon go? Oh, we're still on it.
Where did you grade? You put it at A?
Yeah.
I can respect that. What was the next map?
Transit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hot take. Hot take. Hey. Did I disconnect? Oh my god, this would be the perfect fucking moment. It's so funny what happened in Discord. I don't know when I cut off, but I was like, okay, I was like, guys, all right, guys, hot take, hot take.
Yeah,
A.
and then you just You
And then
stopped.
I
You
just-
stopped talking. You cut out.
But like on my end, I was like, A. And I thought you guys were just like so stunned.
So can you explain?
Just like the 4 maps that are like within the one map and the bus driver, and I don't know, man, it gets a lot of hate, but there's like, you can go and find Nocturne Toten in there. I don't know what the Easter egg is. I don't think I ever actually did the Easter egg.
Avogadro, like the electric dude.
Oh yes, I never knew how to beat him.
It's cool they tried something different, but I don't think it really panned out. They added the fog so like the whole map load in at the same time.
360 couldn't handle it.
Dude, the 360.
I would just say C, like it's middle of the road for me. But if you want to put it higher, that's up to you.
Either one is, I think, good.
I understand, like, dude, how you get the pack punch in that is you put the energy fan like next to the vault, and then you have to run
Yeah, I
or catch the
remember that.
bus and all the way across, and then you have to make sure it doesn't break.
Was that the first like workbench on a zombies map?
I think so.
Pretty cool. It was still kind of weird to me. I never really got used to it.
A lot of people hate on it. I like that. Maybe that's the nostalgia, but I could still lay down on transit. Nuketown.
I didn't really.
Yeah.
Again, I like
so difficult and so
very
hard
good
to
as a
play.
multiplayer map because it's like very tight and then you get the corners, but it's like that's kind of like the opposite thing you want of a zombies map.
I like the idea, but it just plays horribly.
Yeah,
So is it an F?
we can put it at F for now. Like it's a great map. Like, you know, this is not against nostalgia. Not die rise.
E.
Yeah, I was about to say E too. It's a pretty
tried
bad
something
map, but it's also like pretty playable. I've played the Cold Wars, most of these, but like,
Yeah, I have.
have you played like most of these?
I've skipped on Infinite Warfare and the Black Ops 4 maps. I didn't really play those ones.
I
If
can
Infinite
provide
Warfare
input
is
for
included.
some of those.
All right, my brother did. That's a good one.
Pass that shit up.
Yeah.
Electric Cherry Dog. That was great.
Oh, I can put that in A.
I
I
like
mean,
what the Warden did too.
The first Easter egg with the different endings.
I also liked building the plane.
okay, so we're good with A, or
I'd be fine with putting it in S. I respect Will's opinion. Your thoughts, Googe.
gnarly. Oh my god, S for me on this one.
Buried.
S for me on this one.
Buried's pretty good. I might say A or B on this one.
A or B? What are the flaws? Where are the flaws in Buried?
You couldn't really train in Buried. Like I remember, like
Oh, there are so many
watching
good
the-
spots.
I guess I couldn't find any. What I saw, like the best method was like you could craft the subsurface resonator and like the fan generator.
Yeah.
So you would like hide in like one of the corridors and just like have that be like your thunder gun as you shot at them as they corralled in your room. I like the bank
Yeah, that was
system.
unique.
I hated the fucking witches.
Will,
Yeah.
back me up on the S here.
I could support the S with that because you can get the ray gun Mark II,
Oh, the Ray Gun Mark II! Come on!
the paralyzer. You can actually fly with it. It makes the map way easier to play.
You
Forgot-
can fly.
okay,
Oh
fine.
my
I
god, the
res- I
bank
res-
system, the banking system. If there was ever a day you just wanted to lay into some, you could go into your bank, just take out 10 grand, and just go crazy.
For that, for Mob of the Dead. I thought we agreed on this.
Damn, did I just skip over that one?
No, you didn't skip
Uh,
over it. You just placed it in the wrong spot, I believe.
Will and I both said S, and we didn't hear your input. Or at least I did.
You said S? Yeah, I could put this at S. I fuck with the map and the whole building the plane. It was like the first like map that had like an objective, because the whole point was to build the parts and get off the plane. It was like a mission. Like the first one was like a mission, you know. No, I remember getting into this one. Not as much as my love varied Origins.
Oranges.
Oranges.
I like the staffs.
It was
It's
going,
pretty
yeah, the
interesting.
generators, the staffs.
And the
First
crazy
map with the
blade.
Wonder Fizz. Sure, zombie blood.
I do A.
Yeah, that was a
Easter
good
egg.
one. The Easter egg to that tied like the whole story together.
This is true.
Okay, so
And-
okay. So now this is low key right here. Low key, like the end of like Call of Duty
The
Zombies
OG
canon,
the
like the
OG
OG
part?
canon.
OG era.
Yeah, right.
I
Like
can see that.
the Nazi zombie story, like low key, like ended.
Well, do you think after this it became like a cash grab? I don't really know my zombies lore.
No,
Maybe it was
dude,
just the fact
lore-
that this is where I
the lore
stopped playing.
fucking
Like that, maybe that could be
it was
too.
the time you stopped playing. It was 100% that, because
Yeah.
that's exactly when the Xbox One and PS4 came out, and most people who didn't want to upgrade did not see a reason to. It's the lore expanded so fucking much from 2015 to 2019 ish. Like it's
Yeah,
insane.
but this is like 2013 now.
But my point is like that whole storyline, even from 2008 to 2019, is the same storyline. It did not change. I mean, I'll
But
send you
didn't,
the
like,
link
a
to the 7-hour
specific-
video I watched.
But didn't it branch off?
Yeah,
This is
like
the-
something
really
didn't something happen at this point.
I don't know.
Yeah,
like
there's
the-
so in Origins was the start of an alternate timeline, because now you have two different groups of zombies people. You have the Ultimus group with a U, and that is the OG group, that is the original World at War Black Ops 1 group. Primus is the young version of all of the current players that we've played as. Just they carry on the story. And then, you know, if you play through Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, they give you a good chunk of how the actual story goes. Like the lore got extremely deep in Black Ops 3 and 4.
All right, then moving on.
Damn.
Shadows of Evil. Well, you gotta show him that
On
video
it.
if you haven't already.
On it.
In between zombies rounds, there was like that piano.
The saxophone?
That was the round intermission for Shadows of Evil. This next
That
match.
happens every time.
There are variations to it, but it's pretty
Fun.
sick. It's pretty smooth. It's pretty relaxing.
It definitely was hated a lot when it was released. And I think that was just because a lot of people didn't understand how the map played, and not a product of it being a bad map. So I can give
trouble
it a
learning
solid
the
B
game.
or A.
Yeah. B.
Or even S. I've heard a lot of people say S on that.
So it's like
It is
a
it
wide
is a
map.
very solid map.
I played this map once or twice, and I feel like at this point the mechanics of Black Ops were like there was so much. The zombies, I just like I don't know. I don't even. I think
Just got too complicated for
just
you.
got like too complicated for me.
Oh yeah, Gobblegums.
Well, Shield was always in zombies, wasn't it?
It was the rocket shield, though. The Apothecon Servant was broken as fuck, and it's probably the best wonder weapon, period.
Does that make the map S-worthy then?
Not just that, but like the map itself just plays very good. Like there's a lot of
Definitely
nice
between
things. You have the
S- definitely
specialist
between S
swords.
This is when they added the you could double pack.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I forgot about double packing for your ammo enhancer.
You both saying A?
And we're saying S.
A or S.
I was feeling S, honestly. I didn't hear anything
How many
bad about
times
this
have you
map.
played it? Have you enjoyed it?
Even though I didn't understand the mechanics, I was pleased. Yeah, I was feeling S too. The Giant. I don't think I ever played this one.
It's just a Darius remaster.
Oh,
Pretty
S.
fun.
S.
Basically a BO3 version of it, and then it
Wait,
plays.
so should we put it with A?
Wonderful.
We should put it with A then.
Yeah, I would put it above the original one though, unless you think that the original one is better.
I've actually never played this one.
You would like it if you like Darius. I don't
I'm
know
sure
if
I
you would
love it.
rank it higher or lower. It had a fun Easter egg in Black Ops 3. It gave you the that revolver.
Yes, the Annihilator specialist pistol.
So it's S? So it's S worthy?
I don't mind keeping it in A right now, like for right
Webcam.
now. Next, Dead Ops 2.
Dead Eisendrache.
Bruh.
This Dead Ops, I think, was an improvement over the first. I played it for a little bit.
I'd say, yeah, it's a step up to the original.
Why'd you
We
do
don't really
that?
need to grade in between. Yeah, alright.
Ah.
Alright, stop coming.
TikTok! Do not ban me for that. Wait.
Horizon. I love the bow steps for every bow in this map.
They're not like super complex, and they're all really fun to use.
The fire one was kind of annoying because you had to use the Wonder Sphere to hit rings in the air. You had to phase trick
Right.
shot. But like the satisfaction of doing it, so good.
The fact that you can wall buy the one LMG, I think it was the
Yeah.
BRM.
BRM. You could get the LSAT on Buried. It was similar to
Mhm.
that. I like how the Pack-a-Punch moved. I like the rocket. What were the big guys called? The Panzers, I think. Those are pretty fun. I like the electric trap.
An S on it for sure.
You
That
stopped playing
good?
at
I've
this
never
point?
played this.
Damn, then your opinions are invalid. Put it in S.
I've also never played Zizoba no Shima.
That's a Bono Shima. It's good. I think it's overhated.
I can't argue with that logic. There were some annoying things to this map. It was also pretty complex, like how you had to use different waters to grow different plants from different seeds and stuff. Also, I don't think I ever packed on this map. I think it was just too complicated for me. You had to like drain the water. Or I probably packed a couple times because my friends knew how to do it. I never learned it. The spider mini boss was pretty fun.
You know what I heard that Black Ops 3 Zombies was like really good.
It's probably the best zombies in the whole series.
So I missed the
compared
best. I
those.
literally cucked out at the worst, at the best zombies.
Well, here's the thing. No one knew it was good until after everything was released. Like, Black Ops 3 Zombies was good, and then they
It's a
said,
modern
fuck it.
classic. I would compare Zetsubo to Shinonuma just because like
Because they have Shima
I didn't want
in
to
it.
get used
Yeah, I
to
was about to
No, I-
say that's the only.
Well, yeah, they had the same
Yeah,
setting,
they
but
do
like,
not play similar at all.
Uh,
Don't even say
all
that.
right,
You
fine.
know
I guess
that.
I guess I'm thinking of similar.
Now look, the
experiences.
angle of the building.
You're
was
keithing
kinda-
out.
Fuck you.
Ah, you're keithing out.
My opinions are invalidated.
Well, it's just like you're saying the wrong thing sometimes.
Yeah, Keith, say the right things.
having the wrong.
I just
thoughts,
don't. I
guess.
just don't think those maps are similar at all. Like they are completely different. Like they're just sorry. They're both Japanese maps that say Shima.
Next.
Wait, where are we putting it? I don't know where to put it.
I would say C or B. C or B. It's a decent map. It's easily the weakest out of the Black Ops 3 maps, but it's not a bad map.
Gord Crovey. Gordon Crovey.
Gorod Crovey.
Gordon Ramsay.
Not too bad.
Gordon Ramsay.
Raygun Mark III. You had
Yeah.
like that fist that had
The
a mini
Raygun
dragon.
Mark 3?
Yeah,
I don't
Sigrid's
remember.
fist or
I don't
whatever.
remember the wonder weapon. Was that the wonder weapon or was it something else?
The wonder weapon was the Raygun Mark III, but it wasn't called the Raygun Mark III.
It was called like the GZH something, and it had Mark III. In it.
Some weird fucking combo, yeah. Yeah, it was like a mesh between the two, and it was like a worse Apothecon.
I like how you wrote a dragon new Pack-a-Punch, and then you could do like a
Yes.
lockdown on that building. What was that lockdown at that building for?
I
Do you
forgot
remember?
what it entailed, but like I think it was an Easter egg step is what it was for.
The Easter egg was kind of annoying.
Yeah, the
I would
boss
say
battle
A or
was
B.
really cool though. Yeah, A or B for that.
We had an A vibes to that. I heard Dragon.
The dragons are pretty like they aren't just like oh you see it once it's gone. Like they play a legit role in the map. It's pretty nice.
Revelations?
So that had like every map in it, right? was, like,
It had a
broken.
section of each map in it. I got my personal best on it, which was 87. That was just because it was really easy to train inside the fucking Apothecon. I don't know. I think it's a solid B, because since you're moving through so many different maps, it's kind of not. It doesn't flow properly. You know, you're in the Mob of the Dead hallways, like in the cells, and the next thing you know, you're looking in the Origins trenches. Like you're just flopping between all the maps.
I had fun on it, but I wasn't too good at it. What did you say B, Will?
Yeah, B, like Dead B.
Voyage of Despair. Damn. There's so
Never
many
played that one.
friggin' Black
is where I
Ops 3
felt-
maps.
This is where I fell out. I dropped out after IW.
No, a lot
No,
of
this is
those
Black
are
Ops
Black
4.
Ops 4.
Will, have you played this?
I did not play Voyage of Despair. I played 9. 9 I heard was like pretty good, like a solid A tier, but that was probably the best map in the entire game. And then the rest of the maps were pretty bad.
The only Black Ops 4 map I've played is Blood of the Dead, and it's
Oh,
just
Blood
a
of the
remake.
Dead was pretty good too.
It's a remake of.
Mob of the Dead.
I had fun when I played it. I don't mind
I
giving.
don't
it
think
A or B.
Blood of the Dead deserves an S though. Blood of the Dead is definitely below it. I would say probably low A.
I love how we don't have a C map. I saw World War II on the list, but why don't they have the IW maps? Because those weren't made by Treyarch.
Yeah, the IW maps, people
We can
hated
add
on them for no reason. Oh, some of them they hated on for no
Well-
reason. Specifically Zombies in Spaceland, and that's it.
This is when I still watched Vanos and all them.
Oh my god,
Um,
Vanos. Oh.
I think 9 is an A, like a solid A. Every video I've watched, they're like, it's an easy S. When I played it, I can see where the S, but there's a couple that make me drop it down to A.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Any of these boys?
And classified just like a 5 remake.
That thing's dog shit still. Doesn't change the map that much, really.
So then F.
I would say close to. Maybe.
So how about
maybe
let's
a
put it
D.
under because they failed to revamp it.
Yeah.
I heard Ancient Evil was pretty good, but that's not really helpful because I've never played it. Same thing with Alpha Omega.
I heard Alpha Omega was dog shit. It was a worse remaster of Nuketown.
No.
That
Are
makes
we on
sense.
Cold War now?
Yeah, I know some of these.
Pretty good. I like the Wonder weapon variants.
Oh, D Machine? Yeah, it was good. The Easter egg was nice. I'd probably say B. I think it's a very solid.
What was
starting
your
map.
opinion on being allowed to bring like your own loadout?
I mean, it kind of made like getting ammo a thing of the past.
It was better for me just because it was easier, so like I could relax more when playing.
Yeah, it was less like survival mode and more like
Well, what I've been doing lately on
More
Cold War is
arcadey.
I've
Yeah,
been playing I've been playing a lot of Firebase just because it was easy for me to train there, just leveling up my guns. Air B, yeah, in my opinion.
all right, Dead Ops. Yo, Dead Ops.
I did not
This is
play
the
this
third
one.
version. This one was really fun. Was there an actual end goal to the other two? It was funner than the other two, so I grouped them all together then.
Yeah, just like
The best way
like
to
this.
describe it. The trilogy.
Firebase.
E.
I liked it, and I.
Oh
still
yeah, I
play it
liked
to
it.
this day.
E or B. I mean,
Yeah.
I liked it.
Didn't-
I can't.
I'd
Really,
say
I don't know if
B.
I can. I don't know if I'm in the right mind to compare.
Well,
I mean, not in the right mind. I don't know if I'm in the right
I can't
position.
give it anything higher than a B though, because it's not wowing me.
Well, I have a question. If we're basing this off of how well the map plays, because the way I play this map, I just train and I'm having fun. Do you consider that the map playing well?
I mean, like if it's
your
it,
play style?
do you find yourself struggling to actually make a train in the sense of like not your skills to train, but like spots?
No, there are quite a bit of open spots on this. I've trained in multiple areas of this map.
Yeah, exactly. So the map flows good. The map's fluid.
So
you
then I
don't
would
feel
put
like
it-
you're congested.
And I would put it at B. Right. I don't remember this one. Isn't Outbreak the one where you traveled? You traveled a lot.
Mhm. It was like the big open.
I didn't
map.
really like.
Are
I didn't
you
really like
hydrated?
that.
Is your posture straight?
Really?
Take a nice
No.
deep breath and give a little stretch.
Like
How
they
are you
started
feeling?
changing
Tell
too
me in
much
the
of
chat.
like what made
Absolutely
zombies
no pressure.
zombies to me, and I just didn't like the aspect.
I can see that. I enjoyed it a lot, but I can definitely see where the flaws are. In fairness, it's kind of just like an open sandbox, and you're like, all right, go jerk off, you know?
I mean, that's typically like what zombies is. It's like just a time waster if you're not really like.
Well,
At least
Yes,
the
but
way I
like
play it.
the thing is like the rounds don't progress until you move to the next area. Is like what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like
really?
yes, you
I
can
don't
fuck around as
remember.
much as you want in a single area, but if you move on, it's when it actually progresses the game.
The only accomplishment you could have in that map would be going to the next round or like zombies in general, and then you're just like stopping that. So like you're just taking all the joy out of the game pretty much. You killed everything and it's like now what?
Exactly, and that's when you
Yeah,
move
that's
on.
pretty horrible.
So I think it could probably be a D tier. It was really good for resource farming, but that was about it. There was an Easter egg, but it was pretty like not
Stupid.
frugal. Yeah, you weren't getting a whole lot from it.
All right, I can respect the D.
To respect the D. Hang on a sec. Hang on. Wait. Yo, wait a minute. I got an Arnold Palmer with my name on it.
Okay.
Palmer.
Let me go get that shit real quick.
This is an emergency.
Nice.
I never tried the Easter egg. Don't know anything about that. I just couldn't get into it. I don't think that's enough information to grade it then.
You know, I just go never played.
I haven't played Forsaken either.
Anarchy's literally just gonna come in here and be like, crack his knuckles. That's all the revisions.
Let me catch you boys up to speed.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Danny DeVito. So then I started rearranging the zombies tier list.
Advanced Warfare in general was pretty fun. I had fun. I get why it had a lot of hate. They changed, because it was Sledgehammer, they changed how zombie pathing was or something. I think that just made every Advanced Warfare map harder, like it didn't play as well as any other map on this list. I would say C, just like middle of the road.
Wow,
In
our
terms of
first
playability.
C.
I know the zombie community didn't really like Advanced Warfare Zombies. I thought it was okay. What's next?
Okay.
The next one was Infection. That had a burger town.
Oh, S.
It had a
Fuck
crocodile.
the old rule of not letting emotions.
It had a crocodile trap. You had a mission to rescue hostages in between like every 5 or 10 rounds or so. They also had like Goliaths that would change you, which were like big guys or whatever, like big panzers. Yeah, you could train pretty well. I would say B. Carrier was all right. I would say it would be either low C or D. Map layout was pretty weird. I would say probably C or D.
Yeah, I've literally not.
The boss fight was pretty cool for the Easter egg, but this one also it was a mixture of like open rooms and like close corridors. I would say also either C or D, probably the same as Carrier. I would say C then. What's next? The Infinite Warfare ones? I didn't buy this one. I don't know if Will knows.
So I can give you input on Zombies in Spaceland, Raven the Redwoods, Shaolin Shuffle.
Just lay it on me, my friend.
So Zombies in Spaceland, S. 4 wonder weapons. The like aesthetic of the entire map is beautiful. 80s like sci-fi. David Hasselhoff is the narrator, and he's also the DJ for the map. They bring back the gobblegums in this sort of like playing cards, same concept, just pretty much an extra power-up sort of deal. You can earn tickets on the map that you can redeem for various like pieces of equipment or Easter egg pieces. All the perks are pretty cool. Some of the new perks are really unique. Like all around, I just think it is a great map. It was a nice take by a different studio on zombies.
It seems more arcadey.
Well, isn't that Zombies in general?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Like,
Down to
I
its
guess
components.
before it
Just
was
take it
more
easy.
like I mean, you look at like
Five.
Derise, like you just look at even like this cover. It's like it's meant to be scary. Then you look at this cover and it's like it's kind of meant to be like shoot me and get money. You know.
That's just how the Zombies community is developed or whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone has a spin-off, like every map is like different.
Mhm.
We're trying to be different.
I think it's Raven the Redwoods is next. I would give that a high C, low B. Not as good as Zombies in Spaceland. The wonder weapons were okay. It was 4 elemental crossbows. Not the best. Boss fight was okay. But other than that,
See?
the map, yeah, C. Like nothing really to it. Shaolin Shuffle.
Sounds like a dance move.
Boss fight was bullshit, I felt. Probably a C or a D. That's why I said, like, they just keep the how good they are after Zombies in Space, and it just kind of takes a nosedive after that.
Are these two better than 5?
Rave in the Redwoods is. Shaolin Shuffle is not.
So whichever one of
F.
these.
Attack of the Radioactive Thing's an easy F.
Oh, but
Map-
they have
the map is
these
bad.
fun little gremlin things.
Where did the map take place?
It's a 1950s, like, Hawaii.
Oh,
The aesthetic for all these maps is really cool, but it's really fucking bad.
Well, fucking F. You said then you don't know this one then.
Right. No one here knows that one.
It's like
I
this
would
game
probably
of
put Shino Numa up here, but I bet
And,
if
no,
you
because
got
it's a
used,
map, and there's
yeah,
I would say better.
When he's on a map,
playability.
it's a map.
it's a
Okay.
map.
Fun factoid about Shino. So the world at Warver actually bugged, and they have not fixed it.
So like the max amount of zombies was like
It was 24, no more, no less.
every
Wait,
round.
Even at round
24?
8,000. Yes,
Yeah.
it only spawned in 24 zombies.
Wait, what?
So,
Still?
like, yes, so like even at round 8,000,
You would unload your entire magazine and then just to get points to activate the.
It's pretty nutty.
So that makes it pretty playable. Again, I still couldn't.
Yeah,
get
but
into
that's
the
like
map.
one of the charms. I love that when video games are like all fucked up. There's some like weird thing
Part
about
of,
them.
part of history.
It makes
like
yeah, you know.
mistakes.
But again, I guess that's another
Okay.
like nostalgia.
I would say I would rank Origins above Buried, but that's just me.
honestly, if you like threw Origins into S but put it below Buried, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
So a happy compromise.
Yeah.
Kino is probably not an S in terms of playability. You set me straight on my nostalgia.
That's the thing, is like when you want to look at how it functions, you can't view it through your nostalgia because you're like, oh, this was so great, because like you would camp in your corner to like round 20.
No, not the camping in the corner.
Yeah, I feel like there's a clear cutoff between B and C rather than like B and A and S.
Outbreak's
Okay.
a lot more simpler. It's a smaller map according to like your description. Everything's pretty straightforward. You had the normal perks. It was an Easter egg. There were also dogs, but there was also like an infection round because that's what zombies were. There was no pack-a-punch. You had to level it up to 20 slowly. A lot of
That
people
I heard about that, yeah.
A lot of people didn't like that. The wonder weapon was pretty meh. It was just a shotgun. Was there a wonder weapon in Redwood?
Yeah, it was the 4 crossbows.
That kind of ties Outbreak for me. I would say it's better than Carrier, but I can't really compare it to Outbreak that
Does it
much.
sound like Infinite Wars Zombies is better than Advanced Warfare
It was-
Zombies? That's basically.
On
Probably.
average, I would say yes.
When Advanced Warfare came out, it didn't have zombies, so it was just included with the
Wait,
expansion.
it didn't release with zombies?
Yeah, that's why there were only 4 maps.
Oh,
So,
that
like-
makes so much more sense now.
So Zombies was an afterthought for Sledgehammer. Like they were more focused on the multiplayer. They had a good campaign.
And the fucking loot box simulator casino.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that. And like also the multiplayer was pretty broken by those variants.
Exactly, the fucking mean potatoes bullshit.
What was the Bal one? Like Inferno?
Oh, that's
or
what it was. The Obsidian Steed. I
I
never
had the
played it.
other
I just saw videos on it. Thing fucking melted.
I think the other one was like something Inferno. Moving on. Okay. All right, we're done.
Demoted.
There's your tier list. Now Anarchy can be upset.